in unity. Hello, Joanne. All right, we invite you guys to stand with us and sing and clap and dance and everything else you want to do. Here we go. Come on. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Lord gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I know God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything God gives everything I need. Woo. Yeah, I got up this morning singing. Oh, I got up this morning singing. Oh, I got up this morning singing. I know my God. Oh, I'm feeling good down in my soul. 'Cause don't you know I'm feeling good down in my soul? I said I'm feeling good down in my soul. 'Cause I know my God. it's over, I am singing. Oh, when my day is over, I will sing. 'Cause I know God. Oh, every day in every way, my God. Oh, every day in every way, my God. And when I take the time to praise the Spirit, I know my God. Oh, come on, every day in every way, my God. Oh, every day in every way, my God. 'Cause when I take the time to praise the Spirit, said I take the time to praise the Spirit. Oh, I take the time to praise the Spirit. I know my God. Oh, that's why I got up this morning singing. You know I got up early this morning and started singing. Oh, I got up this morning singing. I know my God is so, my God so, my God is so good to me. Yeah, yeah.
Hey parents, guess what? We're having a parents' night out on March the 13th.
We know how busy life can be, and sometimes you just need a night to breathe. That's why we're excited to invite you to our Parents' Night Out here at Unity, Friday, March 13th from 5 to 9 p.m. Drop off the kids
Get
with
rid of
us
the kids.
and enjoy a few hours to yourself. Whether that's a date night, errands, or just some quiet time, your kids will have a blast with a fun movie, pizza, popcorn, a safe, loving environment with our church family. And the best part, we'll be doing Parents' Night Out every quarter.
Oh, good.
So this is just the beginning for 2026. Spots are limited.
Yes, they are limited.
So be sure to sign up soon. We can't wait to serve your family and give you a well-deserved night off. See you Friday, March 13th, because when parents are refreshed, families grow stronger.
For more information or to sign up, visit the Youth and Family Ministry table in the lobby. We'll see you there. So Mari and Cindy, look who I found out in the courtyard.
Bunny! Bunny! Oh my gosh! It's the Easter Bunny, Stephen!
it's
What's the
Easter-
Easter Bunny doing here?
Is looking for help because on Easter Sunday, after the service, we're going to have a big party that the bunny is overseeing. It's called Easter Extravaganza. So that's why we need help for the party.
Oh, we sure do need lots of help too. We have some, Stephen, what kind of activities do we have going on?
A lot of activities. We have 2 bounce houses, one for the little kids, one for the older kids. We have face painting. We have games and activities. And we have, Mari, we have a petting zoo.
Petting zoo!
And last year in the petting zoo, not only were there a lot of animals, but there was a little kangaroo. And we have popcorn, and there's something else I'm forgetting.
Oh, you know what? I think we had egg hunting.
Egg hunts!
Oh, we
yes.
had egg hunts for the little children, a little bit older, and the older children. We had 3 egg hunts.
Yes, and we had 4,000 eggs.
4,000 eggs. Oh my!
And do you remember how many kids we had,
Hey.
Cindy?
What's that?
How many kids we had?
You know what? I think we had about 400 children.
I think 400 is right.
Yeah.
So the bunny needs a lot of help.
Lots of help.
So what's our action steps, Cindy?
You know what, Stephen? I think people need to go onto the website to volunteer to help the Easter Bunny. Come help the Easter Bunny. And also you can see Stephen and the YFM volunteers out at the table to sign up to help with Easter.
Yes.
Well, we can't wait to see you there. Happy Easter!
Happy Easter!
Happy Easter!
So Easter is coming up 5 weeks from today, and so it is a big, big push for us for volunteers the pictures at the top and scroll below that and see these colored kind of bullet points. Those are our helpful links. Everything we announced today, you can find it right there. After service today, the Unity in the Community is sponsoring a lunch and learn. We do this from time to time. It's a way for us to get something to eat and find out how we can be of greater service to the citizens of Houston. And we have today Dr. Teresa Tran-Carpucci. She is the director of the health department for the city of Houston. And she's going to answer questions and share with us ways that we can be a part of making a healthier Houston. That'll be right after the service at 12:30. There is a love offering suggested for the lunch. And if you don't have it, that's okay. Just grab whatever it is they have. It's usually a sandwich or something like that. And just let yourself be educated about what we can do to make to be a better citizen. Next Sunday, it is chili cook-off, and we need a few more people to sign up to make a pot of chili. I've got my groceries being delivered. I have signed up, and I hope that you'll do the same. It's a really wonderful event. We'll be out in the courtyard afterwards. Everything, and you don't have to just do chili. We could use some side dishes as well, and there's some other volunteer opportunities. But I want to really let you know about this is for the kids. 100% of the proceeds of this event go to our kids. It helps them go to rallies. And Lauren and I were talking before the service. We want to make sure that this program is here to give the kids the kind of church that we didn't get growing up, for most of us. So this is a wonderful opportunity for you to support the children and what we do to educate them in these wonderful teachings and principles. Did I get that right, Lorna? Okay, thank you. If you're interested in becoming a Unity Prayer Partner, this is the prayer ministry of our church. There are two things we want you to be aware of. Now is the time. If you would like to sign up to receive a monthly phone call from one of our prayer partners to pray with you and for you, now is the time to sign up to receive a prayer partner call. And if you have been feeling a call that maybe you would like to pray for others, this is a chance for you to sign up to become a Unity Prayer Partner. You'll be well trained. Reverend Stacy heads up that program now, and she's doing a great job. She's also teaching a Unity Prayer class. It's not required for you to become a prayer partner, but it's a great way for you to kind of learn this way of affirmative prayer that we talk about so much. So if that's just check in with your heart and see if that might be something that you might want to do to serve your beloved community. But go to the table in either case and check in. Let's see, I think I got them all in there. I think that's right. So I want to let you know that if this is new, if you're new to Unity of Houston today, we have a welcome table out in the lobby as well. And we'd love for you to stop by there and introduce yourself to the welcome team. Cora Ledette is usually there as the head of that team, and she is the most loving, friendly person you'll ever meet in your life. She'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And she'll also give you a present. How's that? And if you are not here in person, but you're new to us, we'd like to encourage you to fill out the connection card. There's a digital version on all the platforms, really easy to find. Just tells us who you are, how you found out about us, and whether or not you would like to receive information through the email about us. The email. I sound like I'm 90 years old. All right, I'm going to head over here now. It's time for our meditation. And Ken and I were talking about this, and I thought, he asked me if I wanted to sing, and I said, I think I do. I'll do that before meditation, but I'd really love for us to sing before meditation. So this is a very simple little song. I've been singing it since I was a kid. And it comes from the Bible verse where Jesus said, my peace I leave with you, not peace as the world gives, but my peace I give. So that's what we'd like to do this, to move into that inner space. And as soon as you have it, just sing right along with me. Peace give I to thee. Peace give I to thee. Not as the world gives, give I to thee. Oh, peace give I to thee. That's the whole thing. Peace give I to thee. Peace give I to thee. Not as the world gives, give I to thee. Oh, peace give I to thee. Peace give I to thee. Peace give I to thee. Not as the world gives, give I to thee. O peace give I to thee. Let's sing that one more time and invite you to close your eyes if you haven't done so already, and we'll move right into our meditation. Peace give I to thee. Peace give I to thee. Not as the world gives, give I to thee. O peace give I to thee. Invite you right now just to breathe as deeply and as slowly as feels comfortable for you. Following the breath all the way in and all the way out. The essence of meditation is a gentle, focused awareness on the present moment. And we often begin by conscious breathing. It's just a thing that allows us to simply be here now, to be in our body, to not follow all of the bunny trails that the mind will offer, but just be here right now. Yesterday morning, like many of you, I woke to the news of war or the conflict in the Middle East. And I immediately went to my practice. And this is the verse that came to me. Peace give I to thee, not as the world gives. By focusing on spiritual reality, it opens us to the experience of the peace that passes understanding, that is not condition-based, that is centered in the eternal truth of the presence of God. And so wherever we are, peace is available to us. So this might be a time in your life when you are experiencing a lot of peace. And if so, I just encourage you to anchor that in yourself and know that you're holding that place of peace for those who are struggling right now. And if you are troubled about something going on in the world or something closer to home, allow this meditation to be an opportunity to take our heart and mind deeper than the conditions, deeper than people, places, and things, to the place of spirit, to the place where we are infinitely and eternally connected to God. Before we took birth and after we lay our bodies down, we are always at home in the presence and the power of God. That this is who and what we are as expressions of God's own life. And so whatever situation is causing us to lose our peace, use this moment, use this breath to remember that we have been given peace not as an external gift, but an internal gift. Not as the world gives, not based upon circumstances. Right here and right now, peace is here. The mystics of all the world's traditions tell us that everything is reconciled in the one. That there is no place where the presence and power and the love and the peace of God are absent. And as our eyes are closed to the conditions of this world, we open to the great reality of the presence of peace right here, right now. Peace is here, right here, right now. And this is not a practice of burying our head in the sand. We do inhabit this world. But by spending a few moments contemplating the peace of God, perhaps we come back to the cares of the world from a more centered and more grounded place. Perhaps now we can be an anchor of peace for someone else who is struggling. And the beauty of this phrase, the peace that passes understanding, we don't have to know why we feel peace to feel peace. So I invite us all just to rest a moment. There is no place else we need to be, nothing else we need to be doing, but sitting together, breathing in, breathing out, knowing peace is here. Not as the world gives, give I to thee. O peace, give I to thee. Thank you, God. Amen.
To just be cast away off chains of doubt, have the courage to be free. Don't cloud your eyes with others' lies, see only what you want to see. Duplicate this simple truth to be free. Open your eyes, you can fly.
Wow, Siobhan, thank you. And thank you, band. So beautiful. You tell the band was enjoying that one. That was fun. I was thinking this morning, I was up very, very early preparing, and I hadn't decided what song I was going to sing for meditation. And an old hymn, I Need Thee Every Hour. Do you remember that one? We didn't have songs like that in the church I grew up in. I'll just say that. I love that. If you had to choose between eating tacos every day or being skinny, which would you choose? Chicken or beef? I love that. I chose for my title today, How Good Can You Stand It? And this was something that a spiritual teacher in Dallas, a friend of mine, used to say all the time. And her name just escaped my mind. Welcome to being almost 60 years old. I'll think of it tomorrow afternoon probably. But that idea, how good can you stand it? What does that mean? What does that mean? That it feels like you want it good, so you just want it gooder and gooder, right? Well, there's a quote from Gay Hendricks. This is from his book, The Big Leap. And this is what he said, kind of the purpose of that book, which I'm not going to go into his book today, but I thought this was great. He says, I have a limited tolerance for feeling good. When I hit my upper limit, I manufacture thoughts that make me feel bad. The problem is bigger than just my internal feelings, though. I seem to have a limited tolerance for my life going well in general. When I hit my upper limit, I do something that stops my positive forward trajectory. I get into a conflict with my ex-wife, get into a money bind, or do something else that brings me back down within the bounds of my limited tolerance. Can anybody else relate to that? You don't raise your hands unless you want to. I do that. An upper limit problem. That's what Gay Hendricks calls it. There is something within us that can only stand it so good for so long. And so we're going to explore that today. I wanted to, I'll just say this. At our leadership retreat, which is the ministers and the board last November, we talked about, we want to focus more on the ground of our being and teaching, that we want to go back to our most foundational principles and teachings this year. And so that's one of the reasons Stacy is doing her beautiful, the practice and principles of unity. Is that what it's called? Practice and presence. See there? That's why I have her doing the class. She's younger than me. She'll remember more. But we're doing Emily Cady, right? Lessons in Truth right now. Yeah. We did the 5 principles in January, and today I wanted to bring some of our really foundational teachings in unity to this question: how good can you stand it? March is Women's History Month, and I'm so proud of our movement, which is called the New Thought Movement, because we've had women at the very beginning in leadership. As a matter of fact, Charles Braden, who wrote the only academic history of the New Thought Movement, he says that there is one person that is really considered the founder of New Thought. And I think we have a picture of her. We're going to show that now. Do we have it, Lou? We're working on it. Sure. Emma, can you bring up the picture? Thanks. I was working earlier. There she is. This is Emma Curtis Hopkins. And when I first sent out my description of the talk, I sent it out to a few of the ministers and people on the staff, and I wrote Emma Curtis Thompson. I love Emma Thompson, but this is not her. So I want to tell you about Emma Curtis Hopkins. She was a young wife and mom in the middle 1800s, born in 1849. And she was aware that as a woman in that time and space, she was limited in her power. But then she heard about the teachings of another woman, another spiritual leader named Mary Baker Eddy, who was the founder of Christian Science. In the middle 1800s, something happened in America that has been called the Great Spiritual Awakening. And many different spiritual movements were formed in the middle of the 19th century. The Church of Latter-day Saints, Pentecostalism, just a lot of different kinds of these spiritual movements began. And our movement, the New Thought movement, started then too. Now, Christian Science is more of a great aunt rather than a founder of our teaching, because there's some key differences, but it was metaphysical spirituality. And that's a key word. Metaphysical spirituality, what we mean by that is that we interact with spiritual truth and realities through our mind. There's something beyond the physical appearance. And this was the basis of Christian Science. So Emma Curtis Hopkins went to a lecture by Mary Baker Eddy, and she got a hold of something. They said that she did have some sort of a physical healing, although there's no recording of what that was. But she got really interested, and she was already living in New England, and so she went to where Mary was teaching in Boston and took her first class. Now, later, they had a rift, and so Mary said very publicly that Emma didn't have what it took. She would never let her take a class beyond the primary level. But Mary Baker Eddy did name her to be the editor of the Christian Science Monitor, which at the time was one of the most widely distributed newspapers in the world. And so Emma was a protege of Mary Baker Eddy. And she was the editor of at that time it was a weekly newspaper. At the time, Emma was a high school teacher. She taught languages, science, and math. So we know she must have been pretty smart. And when she brought her mind to these teachings, something began to happen. Well, there's a little, I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I read it. Mary Baker Eddy was a bit of a narcissist. And that's at least the story as the way a person who wasn't there called it. And she believed that her writing was the final revelation of God's truth. You needed no other books beyond hers. You use the Bible and you use my book. That's all you need. And Emma was like, really? So Emma wrote an article in the Christian Science Monitor where she talked about many of the great teachers of the century. She talked about Plotinus and Aristotle, and she talked about Buddhism and Hinduism. As a matter of fact, the Upanishads became her main teaching scripture from Hinduism. She put a lot of names in there of the great teachers, but guess whose name she left out of the article? So she promptly got fired. And then there was another person who Mary had irritated who had left, and so her name was Mary Plunkett. And Mary Plunkett and Emma Curtis Hopkins moved to Chicago. There was a rival teacher of Christian Science early in that time. His name was George. I can't remember his last name, but Mary had studied with him, and so they went to Chicago, and Emma began to teach what she had learned, not just from her study of Mary Baker Eddy, but going to the great truths and the great traditions from all over the world. And people began to come. She toured. She had a little tour. She had 1,000 people come to her class in Boston. She had 500 come to her class in San Francisco. And when she got back to Chicago, she started a seminary. And she began to teach people, to train people, because for her it was sacred teaching. And some of the people that she taught were, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, who were the founders of Unity. Dr. Emily Cady, who wrote the Lessons in Truth, we consider to be another one of our founders, truly, at least philosophically. Later, she taught private students, including Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living, Science of Mind. Every New Thought movement, all of the founders studied with Emma Curtis Hopkins. So she's sometimes called the mother of New Thought, the founder of New Thought, and sometimes she's called the teacher of teachers. As I was studying, and I've studied Emma for a long time, and I'm going to get to her teachings in just a moment, I argue with her a little bit. I want to tell you, too, Charles Braden, this book that he wrote about the history of New Thought, the title of it is Spirits in Rebellion. We're kind of an ornery bunch. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me. One of the principles that we stand on in New Thought is that we all have direct revelation from Spirit. We don't need a priestly caste that is a go-between between us and God. We know that we are all connected to the one, that it's right here. So sometimes people get a little ornery about that. Spirits in rebellion. So Emma ended up founding 3 seminaries, and she taught thousands and thousands of students. There are certain teachers today that I like what they say, but I feel like I get a transmission from who they are. Do you know anybody like that? Michael Beckwith is one of those for me. I don't think Michael Bernard Beckwith has really taught me new principles or ideas, but when I hear him teach, something in me goes, oh, yeah. And I think Emma may have had the same kind of a gift. One of the non-New Thought historians said that her theology was a little convoluted, but you cannot mistake the impact she made on the world. Most of her early students were women. Many of them were suffragists, women fighting for the right to vote, the right to simply be equal citizens, which now I think we take for granted, but this was not the case for Emma and her cohort. She was a staunch feminist. She believed that we are all connected to this infinite power. Later, she died when she was 75. At one point in the, I guess maybe the early adolescence of our movement, there was a big division. Almost all of the early teachers were about physical healing, and many of them had experienced profound physical healing. Well, as medical science continued to improve, there was less of a need for kind of faith healing, and there was a lot of controversy because some people were saying that's all we should be about. This happened in Unity too. We should only be about using spiritual principles for our physical healing. And Emma, as one of the mothers, the great wise voices, said, no, that's not right. That we may lose some of the powerful demonstrations we've seen around physical healing if we begin to broaden our approach, but this needs to be everywhere in our lives. That we need to be demonstrating wholeness through spiritual connection through our mind in all areas of our lives. So Emma. Now this is a story that Mary Morrissey tells, who is a contemporary teacher now, but she studied Emma a lot too. Emma never carried money. And they didn't have credit cards, and women couldn't have had them anyway. And she would go about Chicago or New York, wherever she was living at the time. She'd go into a nice restaurant, and she was always elegantly dressed, and she'd want, I'm going to have dinner here. And she didn't have a dime on her. And the story goes, the legend surrounding her is that every time she would be finishing her lovely meal, enjoying it so much, someone would walk up to her and go, Emma, I haven't seen you in forever. Let me buy your dinner. Now, I have no proof of that. But it speaks to her trust of the principles. I'm going to read some of her writing now. All I'm expected to do to manifest the good that is for me is to tell the truth about what and where good is. Good is God. Thus, the making of good demonstrations will surely come out into our life if we tell the truth about God. Do I need to read that again? Do y'all get it? She says, all I am expected to do to manifest the good that is for me is to tell the truth about what and where good is. Our teaching is non-dual. In this way, we're more akin to Hinduism and Buddhism than traditional Christianity, even though we do consider ourselves to be in the household of Christianity. Jesus is our primary spiritual teacher. But we try to follow the teachings of Jesus more than the teachings of the religion about Jesus. That we try to go to source again. What does Jesus say about this stuff? And what Jesus said is like the kingdom of heaven is here. You know, you can look for it over there, but it's here. It's within. Jesus said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. He said, you know, there are two statements in the Gospels that are in the canonical Gospels that were in the Bible, where he said something about the light of the world. He said, I'm the light of the world. But he also said, you are the light of the world. Jesus also said, greater things shall those do who come after me than I have done. And he said, why do you call me good? Only the Father is good. What Jesus is pointing to, and this is my reading and our tradition, this is what we teach, is that Jesus was indeed a teacher of non-duality. In traditional Christianity, there was a fall, and then all of humanity fell, and the only way to get back in relationship with God was to accept the blood atonement of Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. So basically, God made fallible human beings, and because we're fallible and mess up, that you're going to die, well, you're not going to die, you are going to die, but then you're going to be punished eternally because you're fallible and messed up. I remember when I was first coming to terms with maybe the fundamentalist Christian message I got as a kid wasn't right. I was a sophomore at Oral Roberts University. I went there probably to get cured of being gay. I didn't tell anybody that, but that didn't happen. And I was very disappointed at the time. I'm okay with it now. But I remember thinking, because I had done everything I was supposed to do, right? I went to an exorcism because I was told it was a demon, so I had an exorcism. Didn't take. And I remember lying down on my dorm bed in the afternoon, break between classes, and I was thinking of just how confusing it all was, because I believed what I was taught from fundamentalist Christians, all 100%. But I started doing the math on this hell thing. And I realized that it was going to be like 0.00001% of humanity that was going to go to heaven. And so 99.99999% of all fallible human beings that have ever lived are going to be punished eternally, excruciatingly. And I thought, ain't no way. No loving creator would create that system. That cannot be right. And it just, I had no access to any of these teachings that we have in Unity at that point. All I had was this, no way. That can't be right. And if they're wrong about that, maybe they're wrong about other things they taught me. And I've described it as like pulling a thread on a sweater. Have you ever done that? And it all just started becoming unraveled. It was a 9-year process, my deconstruction from fundamentalist Christian teachings. Before I got here, I was singing in a bar in Dallas, Texas, when a minister came looking for me to come sing at his church. That's how I found this teaching. It found me. Thank you, God. And I began to get a different message, a different possible reality. That what if not only was there no fall from grace, what if instead of original sin, what if the truth is original blessing? But we've forgotten. We have forgotten the truth that God's presence is present everywhere, including here. That I am an expression of God's own life and light and love. And so when people, and we're not the first group to get a hold of this teaching, this is ancient wisdom. It's new thought, but it's ancient wisdom. That we have never been separate from the Creator. We've never been separate from creation. You like that? Thank you, Joanne. But then what about evil? Well, you want to hear what Emma says about it? Ancient metaphysicians taught in their practice, and this is in quotes, there is no apartness. They hit upon the most perfect denial. Denial is the spiritual practice we use in metaphysics, that we deny the truth of the circumstance and we affirm the truth of the presence of God. They hit upon the most perfect denial that could be spoken. It covers all the ground of evil. It touches the cause of evil at its root. If this idea is persistently adhered to, it cannot fail to make a vacuum around you into which all good must come streaming to fill you with delight. The truth is that good is God, and God is omnipotent and omnipresent. Thus, the good is omnipresent. If the good is omnipresent, the evil is nowhere present, and there is no apartness. When I read that, I got that little transmission from Emma. Where in my mind am I holding God as absent? Where, when I read the news, am I seeing it not as a prayer request, but as, oh my God, what's going to happen? And our calling in this teaching is to know the presence of God, period. Everywhere, period. Now, evil exists, but it's people who have forgotten that God is present that do evil things to one another. And it has no lasting power. It's not a power of God that is eternally fighting, good versus evil. That's not it. It's the same as when you turn the light off in a room where there's darkness. What is the power of darkness? It is no power. It's the absence of light. And so what we experience in this realm as evil is the absence of the truth of God's presence. And when Emma got a hold of this truth, she began to share how powerfully it changed her. I can go to a restaurant with no money. You're welcome to try it. I will probably... I can pay on my phone now, so I'll probably be fine. But what she is teaching us is that God will meet your needs, that you are loved beyond measure or understanding, and if you can simply know that truth, you will begin to experience that in demonstration, in manifestation, in outpicturing. Consciousness is cause. that if you know it, you will demonstrate it. Anybody ever seen The Secret? It's been a while now. But that's what that movie is about. It's this idea that we can hold a new thought as cause and we will receive the effect of it in our lives. She's audacious, this Emma Curtis Hopkins. I love this quote. The unconscious truth is that there is good for me and I ought to have it. Nothing can kill that unconscious feeling. It is indestructible. It is omnipotent. Repeat after me. There is good for me, and I ought to have it. How's that feel? Did anybody feel a little bit of an upper limit around it? Anybody feel, oh, that's a little uncomfortable? It's the ought. Begins to feel like entitlement. Begins to feel like arrogance, doesn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe you're free of that. For me, I struggle with it a little bit. I ought to have it. But what I get from Emma Curtis Hopkins is there was no withhold around that. And she also knew that me getting my good takes nothing away from you. Nothing away from you. God is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, omnibenevolent. The good of God is everywhere. It's here for you too. You know that whole thing about, why we waste the food, but there are starving children in India. Oh, does your suffering feed them? Does your suffering feed them? To know that the blessings that we receive, it doesn't mean that we don't have something to do to help people. We do. But what if we back to Michael Beckwith, what if we lived from the overflow of our own experience of good? What if we gave generously from all the good that we have in our experience? Now, one of the things that I want to tell you here, I actually got this from, it's really starting to happen, I'll tell you. I haven't slept well the last couple of nights either. I think that's part of it. Arthur Brooks, in his book, Strength to Strength. He says, we've been taught by our culture to use people, to love things, and to worship ourselves. Now that's arrogance and entitlement. But he says the correct way to do this is to love people, to use things, and to worship God. So it's not that we don't get to have good, that good is God, but the things it's not about getting the stuff, the form. Form is temporary. The things will come and they will go. But they arise from our consciousness of the good being present. We'll have what we need when we need it. You reach your hand and there it is. That's the kind of life that Emma is teaching us about. If we can begin to get a hold of this truth, the idea first cause is very enlightening. It will take the mind back to the cause of anarchy and rebellion. We can soon see that it is caused by the idea religion has given to man, that we all owe so much to God. This is the wrong way to look at God, the good. The good owes itself to us. I know. We have only to tell the truth. If the truth makes us free when it is told, and we are not free, it is because we have not told the truth. The truth, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Words of Jesus of Nazareth. But if we've told the truth and we're not free, we haven't told the truth. This is the challenge. What is it that stands in the way of receiving and living in this abundance that Emma talked about? There's this thing called the unconscious mind. We were talking about it before service, Rona and Lorna and I. Bruce Lipton is an epigeneticist. I'll get it. Thank you for being patient with my slow word thing today. What he says is that for the first 6 years of our life, we have no filter. As we are learning the ways the world functions and the laws of reality, we just receive everything that our poor messed up family gives us and everything that our poor messed up culture believes about scarcity and lack and who's good and who's bad based upon the color of their skin or who they love, all of those things. People made that stuff up. That's not truth. But when we're 0 to 6 years old, we just take it all in. And so we have this unconscious mind that is full of stuff like that. Beliefs about how people are and about the way things are. And so just saying the words, God is good, without having a deeply embodied knowing of that truth will not clean out the unconscious. This is based upon generational trauma, collective unconscious. There's a word in old metaphysics, which I was still taught when I started learning this. It's called race consciousness. It has nothing to do with racial healing or relations or bigotry, anything like that. The human race. That there is a collective unconscious of all humanity, of all the billions of people that have lived, that we all have these false beliefs about reality. You know that the human eye is only designed to see 1 mile in distance. Is it any wonder that people believed the world was flat for so long? And you know that on the internet, people are still trying to believe that. You know, there's a video of somebody flying a long plane trip, and they're looking at the map, and they're like, why is the plane going that way? Why doesn't it just go straight? And the flight attendant goes, you mean the curvature of the earth? It's like, yeah, just make it go straight. No, that's a false belief. And I'm sorry if you are a person who believes the earth is flat. I mean, I can show you the people, flat earthers who tried to prove it and found out that they were wrong. It just is. You can actually see the curvature of the earth. It's just the way it is. But for most of human history, it was not believed to be true. You heard about Galileo? Yeah. These humans have gotten it wrong a lot, is what I'm trying to tell you. They got it wrong about gay people being evil. They got it wrong about black people being less than white people. That's all wrong. It's still here. There's still people preaching it and believing it. It's wrong. Wrong information. And we carry it in us if we grew up around it, if we were exposed to it from 0 to 6 years of age. So what's the answer? I'm going to tell you. We have 3 statements that we use here a lot: our being, becoming, and belonging. It's the becoming statement. Through practice and through grace, we heal and grow, revealing the Christ within. We have to practice. We have to just do that stupid meditation stuff. We have to do those stupid classes they're always talking about at Unity. We have to read those stupid books. We have to do it. And you know, I'm the young man that I've been dating. I've been encouraging him to go to therapy. And, he's a person who hasn't needed no one has needed as much personal development and healing as I have needed. But at one point last week, he said, you just really think I ought to go to therapy? And I said, well, I think everybody needs to go to therapy. Everyone. We all need to have our thinking looked at by somebody else. Because a lot of what we're thinking isn't right. And he's wonderful. I'm not calling him out. I'll hear about this later. Jesus talked about seeking and finding in a couple places. This is Matthew 7:7. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds. To him who knocks, it will be opened. Or who is there among you, if his son asks him for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a serpent? If you, then being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven will give good things to those who ask him? The way we heal our false beliefs and our false identities is by asking, by seeking, by knocking. Do you want to be free? Really? There's a quiet in here. Do you want to be free? Yeah, me too. I want to be free of those old things that had me, man, I was a mess when I got here. If you think it's bad now, you should have seen it then. That's all I'm going to tell you. You may have judgments about the way I show up nowadays, but believe me, this is 33 years of seeking and knocking and asking. And I'm going to keep doing it. It's funny that those first 6 years, it just like all of those beliefs, I've never met a single person who I would say they have healed all of their childhood beliefs. And maybe that's not the point. Maybe it's just the process of our opening to the truth of who we are, as long as we're here. And that's all we've got to do. Just keep seeking and asking. I shared last year, I had a really profound dream, and I do want to talk about it because it's staying with me. Sometimes you get big dreams. I was in my grandparents' house, my father's parents. And first I was in a college dorm, and then I turned around, I was straightening it up because my friend Maggie Cole was coming to visit, and then in the dream, suddenly I'm in my grandparents' house, and I go into the bathroom, and their house was a shack. Nobody in my family had anything like prosperity consciousness back then in those days. And there's one little bathroom with just a little curtain in the back. It was indoors, I'll say that. We had an indoor bathroom. They did. But it wasn't much. But I'm in there, and someone has remodeled it in my dream. It's beautiful. Beautiful tile, beautiful fixtures. Like, wow, this is so nice. But it was the same layout, and then I go in the kitchen, the same thing. It's like gleaming and beautiful. Updated and just clean and vibrant. And my grandmother was a good housekeeper. It was always clean. And then I go into the living room, and it's just filled with light. That house was always dark. There was a lot of pain in that house. She and my grandfather, they had to get married when she was 16 and got pregnant. There was no love. I never saw them exchange anything like love, but they did not divorce in those days. He ran around on her for most of their marriage until he got saved in his 50s, thank God. But there was not a lot of light in that house, emotionally, spiritually, really. But in my dream, it's just beautiful. Light coming through lace curtains, and there are plants everywhere, like living plants. And I'm back in the kitchen, and they're just beautiful. These herbs growing in beautiful pots, and some of the leaves have fallen. And I'm bending over to pick them up, and the leaves are yellow like they've fallen off. I think it was parsley. But I'm cleaning them up, and I realize it's like gold. Like something has changed. And in my dream, I'm just filled with gratitude and wonder at this. And I think, my grandparents have been gone for 30 years. Who's done this? I thought maybe my Aunt Margaret, who is still living, maybe she has, and that, actually in truth, that house, my dad tore that house down after his parents had died many years. And I've sat with it now because I talked about it more than a year ago when I had it. And it wasn't Aunt Margaret. It was me. The story of my broken childhood and my family that were in so much pain and limitation. I hold all that differently now. I feel the love from both my grandfather and my grandmother. They're here with me. I have changed my mind about who I am and where I come from. I've taught a lot about the 12 promises from Alcoholics Anonymous and 12 steps, but that promise, the third one, that says, we will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. What I'm offering to us today is that if we're willing to do this dumb work and keep doing it, keep coming to that dumb church where that man gets so emotional, tells corny jokes, or find a different one. I just keep doing it. If we keep doing this work, we heal our past, we heal our present, and we create a future of such wonder and possibility. And it's not dependent upon what any government does. It's on us. Let's pray. In this moment, I recognize the omnipresent good that Emma so beautifully transmitted to me this week. It's right here. It's all around and within. It is my very essence, and it is the essence of every person within the sound of my voice. We are made of this light and this joy and this love that is the very essence of God. This is what we are. And so we begin this prayer by knowing that truth together. That everything that doesn't feel like that was a mistaken identity or a false belief, some error in our thinking somewhere that has kept us from the truth of the beauty that we are. And the beautiful, abundant life that Jesus so wanted to give us through his teachings. And so what I know is that we are willing to do the work. We are willing to ask so that we may find and we may receive. We're willing to knock so the door will be open. We're willing to keep seeking this truth to be made more and more true in our lives until we feel it and see it demonstrated. As Emma said, we create a vacuum where there is no evil around us and the good cannot help but rush to fill and delight us. God is so good. God is so good. And so I trust that this word that I'm now speaking over our lives is already being reflected back to us by that beautiful servant, the law of cause and effect. And the deeper we know the truth and the better we tell the truth, the freer we become. It is good and very good, and we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. I really do love you. I know people think that I'm just saying that, but I really do. Because when I look out here, let me tell you, I know some of your problems because we're friends and you've talked to me about it. I know some of the things you're struggling with. I know. But I know a deeper truth. No harm has ever befallen you of who you truly are. And none of the ones that you have lost are truly lost. I know who you are, and I love you just as you are. If no one has told you today that they love you, I love you. God bless you. I feel it.
Thank you so much, Reverend Michael, for not only giving us the gift of Emma Curtis Hopkins this morning, but also sharing some of your own process of all of us opening up to the truth in ourselves. By demonstrating that in your life, you're inviting us all to experience that. There is no apartness.
There is no apartness.
And so now is the time in our service where we take the opportunity to share of our financial good with this ministry, knowing that all the ways in which we share our gifts go forth to bless people in this community and well beyond, and help people transform their lives and to know the truth for themselves. So will you say the blessing with me, please? Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive. And so it is.
And so it is. And ain't it so?
Broken heart, are we brave enough to try? Can we fix our nation's broken heart and leave a better world behind? 'Cause if we listen to different thoughts and point of views, oh my brother and sisters, we don't have to lose humanity. We're family. So can we please fix our nation's broken heart? Children marching on the boulevard, tears are streaming down their face. The tension in the air is so bizarre. Love has gone without a trace. Help me take away the pain. It's gotta change. This can't stay the same. So tell me, please, can we fix our nation's broken heart? Poverty and homelessness, can we do away with this? All we need is to begin giving for our daughters and our sons. There is light in everyone. They deserve a new beginning. Yeah. Will the light we share survive the dark, or will it slowly fade away? Will the light of good be torn apart and swept away by crushing waves? 'Cause we've been floating alone in the dark and bitter cold. There's a growing ocean of lies that we've been told to tear us down. What I found is without truth, compassion, love, we can fix our nation's broken heart.
Yes.
Can we fix our nation's broken heart? Are we brave enough to try? Ooh, we must fix our nation's broken heart and leave a better world behind. We've come together for purpose, far bigger than you and me. Ain't got no time for hatred and negativity. It's you and me. We hold the key. So tell me, please, can we fix our nation's broken heart? Ooh, yeah. Can we fix our nation's broken heart? Ooh, yeah. I know, and you know, we must fix our nation's broken heart.
Oh, what a blessing you are, Siobhan, all our music team, Reverend Michael, this whole community. Thank you all so much. So today we have our lunch and learn immediately following the service. You don't have to run out now because there's a couple more announcements, but in the pyramid lunch, and please meet with Dr. Teresa Train Carpucci, who's going to speak to us on how we can be of service in our community. Next Gen is meeting in the art gallery today after the service, and we have a blood drive on March 15th, but you can sign up with Miss Patty Briggs out in the lobby today. This week at our midweek of Unity, we have our sound healing journey with Tanette in the pyramid. But you can go to unityhouston.org for information about all these activities and more. And I'd like to invite our prayer partners to come down front to pray with people.
And learn, but I invite you now to stand as you're able to sing our peace song as we close our service.
That was meant to be with God.
of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And today we proclaim God is good all the time. Go, Rona. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world.
It's a beautiful day in a beautiful world.
I know.
Put a smile on your face and share your light in the world. It's a beautiful day in a beautiful world. Put a smile on your face
Yes, I can get more and more stuff.
and shine your light in the world.
Converge, and it is.
It's a beautiful day in a beautiful world. Put a smile on your face and shine your light in the world. It's a beautiful day in a beautiful world. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on your face. Shine your light in the world. It's a beautiful